So, Jeremiah, Tunde, um, have you gotten up to speed with where we are, and how is your like how has carrying out your assignments been? Yeah, I wasn't able to ask you this during the last class.
Good evening. Well done.
Good evening. Well done.
This
Thank
Kunde.
you. Yeah, yeah. I I recognize the voice.
I was unable to join throughout last class because I was in lobby, but I was told that I didn't. The admin did not see me there throughout. I was unable
Yeah.
to join. I missed the class, and I was expecting the record for that day. I did not send it. Don't even know if any either there is assignment or not. I don't.
No,
I was
there wasn't an assignment.
thinking of
There was
if there's any video record for that day.
no, 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 none. But you get the assignment. You get the recording. I think you should have. You should Michael. The recording is ready, right?
The recording for Wednesday's class, I've been having
Yeah,
some
for
issues on my
Wednesday.
end, but hopefully by tonight, both of them will be uploaded. The
All
one
right,
for
all
Wednesday
right.
and tonight will be uploaded. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. Yeah. So can we all see my screen?
Classic. Yes.
Okay. So last week we treated the remaining. It's not last week. The last class treated the remaining elements. We looked at two tips. Um, alert. Yeah, and two tips. Yes. So we were actually supposed to replicate a mobile screen, yeah, but we couldn't do that. So we'll do that now. Is anyone joining with their system so that you can follow along? Okay, I guess what? Then so let's start. So if you look at this screen, and let me screen them so that it be easier to navigate from one to the other. Give me a minute. So what I'm doing is I'm framing them, I'm adding frames to this so that I can navigate from one to the other using certain shortcuts. Yeah, and to be easier for me to show you guys. So this when you see a screen like this, it's called the splash screen, right? It's like an intro screen. I hope everyone is hearing me clearly. Okay, did everyone get that? Oh, Michael, please confirm if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry about that. Yes, I can hear you,
All right, thank you.
and I can also
So
see your
when you,
screen.
all right, thank you. So when you see this, it's called the splash screen. It's basically just an intro screen, like just to let you know, just like introduce you to the brand or to the product. Yes, not really to introduce, but just give you like your first, it's like your first point of touch. Yeah, once you like, try to open any mobile app, then next is this. This is an authentication slash onboarding flow. So it has a sign in, it has a sign up. This is the sign up to create an account, and then this is the sign in or login, and then this is to complete or create a profile. So it's, and then next is this. This is the forget password or forgot password flow, whereby if you forget your password, you have to put in your email address, and then you get an OTP. I'm sure you must have, you know, had to take or yeah, take this process. And once you're done, so you get to the forgot password screen by this forgot password here. Once you click on it. So we're just going to quickly do this, and then your assignment will be for you to actually replicate these things. So I would download them and send them to the group by this evening. So without looking at what I did here on your own, you would replicate these things. I'm just going to show you how to go about it for starters. And yeah, okay. So let me make this section longer. I don't know if I that the images are actually small, but we'll make do with what we have. So we won't necessarily be using everything here because we don't have all the assets. So this logo would have to improvise and come up with something else that we could, that could work as a logo. So let's start. So the background for this. So before we start, you notice something, right? That this screen they have it. This is called a status bar. They have a top status bar, and then this bottom bar. Yeah, I think it's also a status bar too. So I can't really remember what it's called. But so you can actually could either design these. So it's good to have yours, right? It's not really useful, but it's just to they're trying to simulate a mobile device. So these are the things that would be on it. So having this, you know that okay, that this is how my design would look like if it's actually being used. You know, like look at this logo. It's not very far from the data, or but it's not very close either. So it's a good distance away, and everything is the way it's supposed to be. So we'll start by getting this top status bar. Okay, so I'm clicking on this, and then I want to use give it this blue color. So I just use my eye dropper. I can trigger that by pressing an eye, and then yeah, putting the color, right? Then I need my status bar. So because I already have, so there's a way you can actually get um what I call them assets from the Sigma community here. So that's what I'm going to do. I already have those assets here. They're saying not in this file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more libraries. So the thing is, at one point or like at one point, like some time ago, I I think I came upon you know status bars like because I was looking for how can I actually get this. So I came upon status bars and then I downloaded not downloaded I duplicated one from the Sigma community and published it into my team. So if I want to actually use any, I just have to come here. So and then So we have three libraries here. We have the iOS library, we have the Material 3D design kit, and then we have the sensitive design system. So this is for Apple, this is for Google, and then this is something that Sigma created to help as a design system starter kit. It has components, it has different basic elements of a design system. And so we're going to use this. So let me come to this iOS because what we need is the status bar. So I'm going to type the status bar and search. It should bring it out. And so you can see, look at the status bar. It's very out here. So I'll just close this and then I will drag. Okay, I need to agree to this step. Okay, so this is it. And then I'll save this. Yes. Let me delete this because I took this one, so I got two copies. So I don't need this one. Okay. I'm going to center this, put it in the middle here, and also reduce the width. The one thing you notice is how for this one there is no background, right? You can easily do that. You can toggle that here, put up the background, put it on, change it to different modes, light mode, dark mode. So we'll put it on. So that you're able to get more. Then I don't want it to be this color black. So first I'll come and change this here. So this is what we have. I think I'll just go. Then for this bottom bar here, you can easily do that with a rectangle. So press R and then it goes. So I'll give it the corner radius so just to make it very rounded. Let me just say 100 and then set it in the middle of the screen and then move it down. We were two down, so we're going to move it up a little. So this okay. So if I want to increase the length, let's say 150. Yeah, that's very so yeah. So I would next remove our logo and then text. So if I can see the text, I would activate the text too and then I'll type out the logo on all caps here. So I want to make this bold, so that you can see that this is bold and then increase the font size. Let's say 15. Yes, and then place it in the middle, not down the middle. And then we also want, the logo up. So that would just be the page. So we want it very bold. So let's say extra bold. And then we want it bigger too. So I think, okay, let's say 40. So 40. So we select the page and the text below it. And then, okay, wait, before that, I want to look at the line height of this page. It's too low. So let's change it to auto. Mm, auto. Yeah. Then I want to increase the distance. Select. Yeah, selected this. So that should be. Wait, no, I'm not choosing. Let me just frame it. You remember the shortcut for framing, which is Control Alt T. Then both are in the middle and in the center. So hero our flat screen, our hero's flat screen is completely done. So it's looking a bit small to me. So let me increase it size. So I'm going to scale it now. Yeah, I think this is a lot better. So we've done this. So let me name this screen. Let's say flash screen. And from here on, we're going to be a bit faster. I'm going to duplicate this, right? And then we will name this sign. So let's say log in. So we don't need this. We just use it. And our background is going to be white. And so let's move it closer. I think I want to make a copy of it so that it is side by side with what I want to, with what I'm working with. I really don't like the color of what they use here, but anyway. So I'm increasing the, I want to scale this shape, okay, so that the size is actually similar to the mobile phone that we're working with. And now, okay, so in this work, then I'll remember that our status bar is still here. It's just that the color has now changed. It's no longer obvious because it's white. So we want to change it back to black. It's now it's visible. So we're going to collect our logo, make it duplicate, move it into it, and then change the color to the blue color. So we come to our color and then click in and colors on this page. You should see the blue here. Look at it and click that. Yes. So we want to decrease the size. Yes. Then move it up. Also increase it on okay, and move it up. Okay, perfect. What's the difference from left 22 to 22? So we're not doing this, we're not working with this. What we're doing is this, we're trying to create the finding, right, or logic. So we need text. If we already have little text, yeah, I'll just duplicate this, bring it out, and move it here. I'm not too conscious of the font, like the font that was used. So Okay, so before we move on, I think there's actually something that we forgot. I don't use it, but I think it's best practice to do so. So we did not define our layout grid. So let's come here. So you can see my cursor. Let's come here, click on the box. So we get this, but we don't want to use this, right? We need a column grid or a row grid. So we actually need a column grid. But row grids are this row here. So the count is the number of lines, the big red line. So let's say 4, and then we need to have a margin. This margin is what we would use all throughout the application. So let's say 24, because I believe 24 is the margin that was used for this design. And let's leave our gutter, which is the white space in between the columns. Let's leave our gutter as 24. So this this text here, we want to move it to the 24 pixels away from the edge, which is our margin. 24 pixels is our margin. So this is what we have, and I also want to increase the size to, let's say, 16. Yes, 16. And it's not going to be all caps, right? So we write welcome. mm, Okay, so we write welcome
Vicky. No.
back. Yeah, but it's still in all caps. So we don't need that. So I can, I think I can do everything. Okay. Oh, I think it's actually from my end. Yeah, let me just, yeah, that's it. So welcome back. All right. Yes. So you can see that it's actually center aligned. So we want to make this left aligned so that it doesn't shift too much. Then still adjust it back to the margin. Yes. So this is it. Then our other case, I'll duplicate this. Move this here. Okay. I believe I'm having a display. Oh, okay. All right. So this we're going to make it black, but not entirely black. Not something that is close to black. Like you can see that the text used was not entirely black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove, you can see what I'm doing here, making it lighter. Mhm. So I believe this is okay. We're also going to decrease the font size. Yeah, this. Okay, setting here and there. Set this to auto. and also reduce the weight. Hold is too thick. So leaving it at medium. Mm. Mm, okay. So what we have is where I'm going to edit the text here, looking at what we have to. So I decided to have it back. Can't wait to see what you've been up to since you last left me. Okay. So the cat is already, moving outside. So we just bring it in to make sure that yes, actually still takes the margin. Yes. So you can see that our text is even bigger. So let's make it 12. I think 12 works. Yes. So then we move this a bit to yes, 12. So we have this. Next, we're going to work on our input field. And just like we created the other one, we created like in a similar manner, right? In a similar manner. Okay, so let's start by getting our text. I think they might want to increase the size of this one. Um, let's see how 18 looks like. Yeah, 18 looks good. Yes. So let's duplicate this and then edit it in here. I'm going to make it bigger, something like 16. Yes. Then we would also make it lighter, make the text lighter. So meaning that we would move this up even more. Yes. So we have here, and we're going to get a frame which this text to be inside. So okay. So you can see that automatically the frame actually like it's collected the text. It made the text to be inside. Our height is 35, 35, 35, so yes, this way. So we're going to move what we text inside. So move the text inside. So we can't see the, make sure that it's in the middle. And then you can see that. So we're basically this is done with everything. So we can't see the text, we can't see the like input because it's not doing a border. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a border for this to be the same blue color, but a very light everything. Thank you. So we did about adding a space, then coming here to edit the color of the space, and then make it very um, and see or moving more towards the right side. Yes, then this should do then we come to the corner region. Let the corner region should yes, so that's it. So we created this, then we're going to duplicate this, and then edit what is here. This is set, change it to password, and then we need an eye icon now. We need an eye icon. So let's say that okay. I hope my voice is clear. So we're just going to search for I think we already have that within our file, but let's click on another one. And I think we should use let's use material design icon. Okay. So that's it. So let's take this one. So let's take this one.
Please, man, can I speak louder? I'm here for
Okay, how is it now? Is it better?
yes, yes, thanks.
Okay. So the size of the icon is 16 pixels. So we're going to import the icon and note that it is inside this frame. Before that, I think I need to name this frame. So let me name the frames what they do. So this is the frame for password. Then this is the frame for email. Yeah, so I'm going to import the eye icon into the password frame. So I'll do that. Okay, maybe I also want to give it a color first. Yeah. So I would come here and copy the color for this password text, hmm, and then come and paste it here. So that's the color that actually I could just come and pick one of the grays here. Let's use this gray here and then import it into it. So see, we already have it here. I'll put it in the center. I should minimize this, put it in the center, and then bring it to so that it would also be 16 pixels away. Okay, how many pixels is it? Okay, one, two. Alright, so this is it. So we have email, password, then we need remember me, forgot password. So we just need this step, which I'm going to duplicate. And I think okay, yes, yes, where it's small is actually okay. Then we also need to reduce the size. Let's say how the let's say let's try 10 pixels. Yeah, I think that works. So we edit it, remember me, then we duplicate it. Remember we still have to do forgot password, then bring it here, align it to the right, and edit it for first. Password. So that's it. And we also need to add this square, which would be the same color as that of the input page. So I'll take this one and duplicate it. So delete everything with the inside and then reduce the size of it. Let me rename it. Let me call it square. Um, so I'm going to scale it down. Let's make it 1660. I think 16 is fine. I think it's here. Make sure that it is aligned to the center of the text. And then we also want to increase the stroke. We make it let's say maybe and then that displacement from here to 12 millimeters. Yes, that's it. And so you see it's ready to clean shape. Let's make our button. So I'm going to make use of the same text. In fact, I'll duplicate this into two because our button is going to do the same size, roughly the same size. Make sure that my text is in center aligned, and then in the center of the images too. Then I want to give this color blue. I'll remove the stroke. We don't have any stroke. So I'll give the images to the color blue, and then change the text color. This is this to white. And maybe let's it's too the text is too thin. I think it's on medium. Let's see how celebrate is looking. If everybody's very edit it a lot. So we have our book. Our speak easy. So we want to do this or log in with yes. So let's also not forget this. This also has to be done. Why this one is white, this one has to be black. So that we need a line, we need two lines, and then the or log in with. So I'm going to get lines, I'll just press L. And then so that I can draw on a straight line, I'll press shift and then I draw shift, then I click and drag. So we have one line here. And the line is color black. I want to make it light, right? The light colors and everything making so yes, this is okay. Then I would write my text in the center. The text should be the same size with the remember me I forgot password. So I'll just duplicate it. Then and take it. Or find anyway. Make sure it's in the center. So let's say we start logging. Yes, so it's in the center. and then take away from the button. Let it be positive or make it less. Let's say okay, it actually aligns with this line. So we want to make sure that the line, I'm holding shift so that the line doesn't. Okay. Yes. So this is it. So we've done that. Maybe I need to make it a little more. Honestly, I need to make it longer. Bring it closer to the text. Text continuously before I duplicate it. So I'm duplicating here. Yes, so this is better. Next, you need these icons for Google, Apple, Facebook, and then Twitter. And you can find that in the same place where we've been getting all our icons. So I'll just click for plugin, go to icon 5, then search for Google. Yes, we have Google here. I'll take this one, make it 24 pixels, and then I want to copy the color of this color blue, right? So that I can just give it that color here. You can see. Okay, so we have this selected, and then I'll click on import. First, let me change the color, and then I'll import icon. So where is it? I think it's somewhere up here. So let's move it down, and we have it here. Then we still need to import the Apple, Facebook, and Twitter icon. So let's come and search for that. Apple. Mm, excuse me, give me a minute. Okay, I hope my voice is a little better now. So I'm searching for Apple. Yeah, so let's use this one. You see, it's still maintaining the same color, right? And same size. So we'll just import icon. Now we're trying to replace the Google. So we have this. I'm sure you can see it in the background of my screen what I'm doing. Then the next one we need is Facebook. That's one. Facebook. And then we'll look for the F icon. Click on it and then import. You see, we're not saying replace, right? Because we don't want to replace anything. It's only when you want to replace a certain icon. Maybe when you click on it and you see replace round Apple. Yeah, but we're not replacing it. You need is Twitter. You know, it's no longer Twitter, but this is an old design, so nothing to show. Oh, this is wrong. This is an old design, so you will still be able to see, but I'm sure you see it, we can still see it. So let's use this one. Icon. So we have that here. So that was pretty easy. So what we need to do is we need to select all these four. I think I should be able to minimize this now. We don't need it for now. You select all these and distribute spacing. So we'll come here, click on distribute horizontal spacing to make sure that they are evenly spaced. Right, let's say 36. Yeah. Then we put them in a frame, right? Or group them, and then let's say social, let's name it social icons. And we want it to be at the center. Yes, so this is it. And we're done with the login. We're done with the login. So does anyone have any questions so far? Maybe what anything I did before we move on to the sign up? Did I hear something? Did anyone see anything? Let me see. Okay, I'm guessing not. So let's just continue. So this is the sign up. So what we need to do is, I think most of what will be here will be here. We'll just remove some things and add some things and then edit some things. Yeah, like this, we don't need this. Yeah, so we'll edit this, change it to create an account. An account. And then the text, we're looking at what they wrote here. Sign up now and start exploring all that our app has to offer. Right. Sign up now and start exploring all that our app has to offer. Full stop. We are excited to welcome you to our community. Full stop. Okay, exclamation mark. Yeah, so the email stays, the password stays, but now we have one more, which is the, oh, we didn't edit this. It's supposed to be name button. The same thing on here, it's supposed to be named button. It's always good to be very, very conscious of your name. Mhm. Okay. All right. So what we need is phone number, right? And I don't know which so what we need is phone number. So we don't need this I. We need text. So plus 01, then we need another text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 0. And that is what is there. Then we also need a line that is the same color with the placeholder text.
So the way you'd activate line L, then hold shift to draw a straight line. Okay, so I think this should be okay. Make sure it's in the middle and that it is in between these two, like in the middle of these two. It's not tilting towards one side now. I'm still not seeing that. 13, 10. So it's tilting towards 11, 12. I think it's okay like this. And I'm use my eyedropper tool to pick this color. So the color is the same. Yeah. So we can notice in this other in this create account screen that they actually move the button. So let's edit the button text to be create an account. So then we want to move it up so that we can have more elements. Yeah. Let's place it in. Yes. So we also want to move this. Let's see, this is how many, what's the spacing from here to here? 47. So let's do the same thing. But let's edit this first or sign up with. So we put it in the center. And I want to select everything and then move it. So yeah, this is okay. In this one too, what's the distance? Let's take. So let's move that. I'll just selected everything. But yeah, so we have this. And then meaning we can now add text below, right? And add text below. So I want to duplicate this and bring it down here. And then center align it. And make sure it's also in the middle. Then I think we would have to reduce the size a little. Or it's all okay. So let's just say by signing in, rather by signing up here, you agree to our terms and we didn't use the literal and then sync up letters. Terms and conditions and privacy policy. So you notice that the privacy policy is in bold. So you can do that. Yeah, you just copy here, you select okay. You select the text, right? Or you highlight the text, then you come and then you change it. Extra bold works. And let's do the same thing for terms and conditions. Highlight terms and conditions, then make it extra bold. Yeah, so that's that. I think there was something that was missing here. So in this screen, there's supposed to be or don't have an account login. So we'll have to include that. Even though this screen doesn't have it, it has to be there. It's good for navigation, it has to be there. So let's duplicate this and add this. Here. So already have an account, log in. So we're going to change this color. First, we'll make this bold, this login, right? We'll make this bold. And then we'll change the color. I didn't make it extra bold because we're going to change the color, so it's going to be more visible. We don't need to make it extra bold or it will be too visible. So I'm going to copy this, and then first off, I would move everything that is here. Move it up a little. Yes. Here. And then come and paste this text. Oh, it didn't paste inside. It pasted here. So let me cut it and then paste it inside here. So we're going to change this to don't have an account. Sign up. Yes. So this is this. Right? So next thing we need to do is the third one, which is the create profile screen. Create profile screen. So I will duplicate this and then change it to rename it to create profile. I hope you can still hear me clearly. Okay, so this should okay. I'm trying to check my layers to see where this can come in. Okay. So I want this to be behind. I actually want this to be behind so that we can easily look and we won't have to be moving from screen to screen. So I'll take it to the back. So what I did here is that I placed these two screens on top of this image. So this is the create profile one. So I'm basically going to delete some things here that we don't need. What happened to the text? I think there's a mistake here. I believe I must have mistakenly deleted the text, so I will just have to copy it back. What I mean is this text, what is supposed to be here, right? Okay. So what I'll do is I will copy this, interesting, and then paste it here, Control V, and then start editing. Sign up now and start exploring all that our app has to offer. We are okay, we're excited to welcome you to our community. Okay, explanation. Yes, so this is it. Okay, I guess that's it, right? And then I'm going to copy it, interesting, and then paste it in. Interesting. Yeah, so that fixes that, and now we're in the create an account, um, create a profile, right? We want to actually replicate this. So when you create a profile screen, so we still want to leave the logo, but we edit this. We turn it to create a profile. Then edit this easily easily create a comprehensive and distinctive profile on our app. Yeah, so that's that. Then these input fields. So we want to remove all this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's delete this first. 5, 6. So we don't need this. Then we're going to move this down. Because we need to edit that. Yes. So we need something for our picture, right? To create this image that is here. So we either press the O for circle, press O key for circle, and then hold shift so that your circle is an actual, like a real circle. Yes, and then we have this. We have a circle here in the middle, right? Yeah, centered. So we want to add an image, and I think I told you about a plugin called Avatar. So, but before we add our plugin, let's give it a stroke. We're going to use our blue stroke, right? Mm, yeah, this blue. So then we want to add an image. So I would right click, come to plugins, and then go to not this avatars. I think it's avatar. So let's just use this plugin. Yeah, it works. Come to plugins and then run this plugin avatar. So we want to generate an avatar in that. Yes, it's not similar to what we have, but it's the avatar we could come up with, right? Then we also want to create a smaller circle. So I duplicated that and I'm going to reduce the size. Reducing the size till it's very small, and then I'll hold it. So I want to delete the image, this image that is here. You can see the image showing here. Like you can see. So once you have an image in a shape or a frame, you'd see the image as the fill. It's not a color fill, it's now an image fill. So we don't want this. I want to delete it. And then instead add a color. Let's add color white. Right, we want a white color. And then the border of this should be 1. This weight of the stroke should be 1. Let's also change the weight of this stroke. Okay, the weight of this is 1. So these two should be 1. Then we want to add an icon. An icon for this icon is user, like user and then check. I'll show you. It's not very visible because it's pixelated, But let's just go to Iconify. And then look for user, type user check. That is an icon of a user with a checkbox. Now, why isn't it connecting? I hope it's not network issues. Let me rerun it again. Let me return to main page and then search again. Okay, here it is. So this is it. Yes. So I think let's use this one. Okay, no, let's use this one. Or is that different from what we have here? Yeah, I think what we have here is more similar to this one actually. So yeah, let's use this one. It's going to be a shade of gray. Let's say this shade of gray. Yeah. And then 24 is okay, and then we import. Well, first we need to select where we want it to be here. So, but because this is not a frame, right? That's why it's not showing here. So we'll still import it anyway. And I'll come look for it and then move it here. I'll bring it to the front and move it here. So I'll select the two of them, this and the circle, and then make sure they are both centered for me. Make sure they are both centered. Yeah, and then I will group them and move this here. Yeah, this is okay. So see what we have. So we've achieved that. So let's continue. Let's continue with the input field. So instead of email, we have name, we have username, we have gender, blah blah blah. So I'll just duplicate this. Yeah. So let this be name, right? Then at username, then gender. So we do not need an icon. Instead, what we need is a chevron down icon, a chevron down, because this is going to be a drop down, meaning that once you click on this icon, you'd see options, that is maybe male, female, other, or whatever. So let's come to our plugin and then let's search for chevron down. Okay, we're using material design icons, right? So yeah, chevron down, this is it. So we'll paste it into password. We'll replace mid high down. So let me come and minimize it. You see it's being pasted. So we don't need this. Instead, what I'm going to do is we don't need this that number. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this and then edit it. So instead of gender, it will now say date of birth. And then instead of this chevron here, wait, this thing is not even centered. Yeah, let me center this too. So instead of this chevron here, we would have a calendar icon, right? We would have a calendar icon. So let's come here and search for calendar. Also material design. Let's see, what calendar icons do we have? The one that is most similar to what we have here. Let's check the next page. No. So well, let's use this. So it will be within password. You know, we've not changed it to date of birth. So let's replace chevron down. And so that we can minimize this. So we have, but it's looking too big, right? So it means we need to scale down. Let's make it 16. 16. So it's still maintaining the same space, which is 16 pixels on the left and on the right. So we'll name this frame. We'll change it from password to date. Well, let's say DOB. DOB. And this one will be gender. And this one will be username. And this one will be name. And so we've renamed dollar. Yeah, so that's that. So I believe we can delete this. So yeah, we've done the login, sign up, create password, right? So let's use the remaining time we have to create the remaining screens. Okay. Yeah, so what we're going to be replicating. So I'll duplicate this. Okay, I want it to be the same amount of space that is here. That is here. So we'll rename this to forgot password. Yeah, so I want to duplicate this because this is what we'll be replicating, right? So I'll duplicate this. And then enlarge. So we'll scale it up. And we're increasing the size so that it's the same size with the I believe this is okay. So I want to move this to the back. Okay, it's not really okay. Let's still increase it. So okay. So yeah. So we want to work on the forgot password because that's the first. Don't mind the arrangement of the screens, but the first thing we're working on will be the forgot password screen. So we want to edit this to be forgot password, right? And the instruction, which is to enter your email or phone number to receive the verification code and secure your access. Yeah, so that's that. So we do not need this avatar, we do not need this, we do not need this or this or this. So we're going to move this up a little. In fact, we're going to leave it the way it is. Then we duplicate it. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right. So the thing is, what we want to do is that we want to turn this into a secondary button, into a tertiary button actually. So we do that by, remember how I showed you, by removing the background and then changing the text color from white to gray. Then we edit it to say back. Then edit this to say submit. Then I want to move this up. And so let's say email, it's now email or phone number. So I think we need to rename this. Where is that? Yeah, we need to rename this. Let's call this avatar icon. Excuse me. All right, so we've done forgot password. So let's make a duplicate of this and move it to be on top of it. Okay, and then we want to shift this so that we can see the other screens. So when you click on forgot password, right? When you click on forgot password here, then you are taken to this screen when you're asked to input your email and phone number. And then once you do, an OTP verification code will be sent to you. So let's rename this to OTP verification. So we're going to edit this OTP verification. You type enter the valid. I'm reading what. Let me zoom in. Valid OTP you received for instant account verification. I think there's something wrong with this spelling. Yes, also. So we still need this, but instead, what we don't need this email or phone number. We want to edit it to 0. So what we're going to do is that we're going to reduce the size. We're still going to maintain this same input field, but we'll reduce the size. Wait, first let's check our constraints and constrain it what is inside to the, I think yeah, constrain it to this, to the left. Then we select inside and let's crop it, shorten it. So this is it. Then we're going to create many duplicates of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's making it 6. So let's look at this spacing. It's space 8. Let's make it 12. I think it's better like this. And then we want to rename it. I think I told you how to rename many things. You you press Ctrl R, and then let's rename this to number, or rather digit input. Digit input. Yeah, so we've done that. You see, it's pretty easy. I think from this point onwards, it was becoming very fast. So then the last thing we need to do is reset password, right? So clicking on this, then I'm moving it far, then I'll duplicate this. Yeah, and name it reset password. So once you input the correct digits, right? Once you input the correct digits, I think you would receive a confirmation modal, any success, you've successfully blah blah blah. Yeah, you've successfully um you know verified your accounts, and then you'll be asked if you want to reset your password. We're going to add that. That modal is not here, but we're going to add it to our own design. I think we still have enough time to do that. So I'm going to delete all of this. Yeah, I'm going to delete all of this. We don't need this. Instead, what I'll do is I'll come here and copy the password input field. We already have something. Instead of going to look for something, I'll just come and copy this, right? And then paste it here. So this is what's it? So yes, so let's edit this. Let it be reset password. Then this text should be reset your password easily and regain account access. Your security matters to us. Yeah, so we're going to change this to create new password. Yeah. Then we duplicate this, and in this design it says rewrite new password, but you can have confirm password. But let's just write what is here, rewrite new password. So what the language that is most common and easily recognizable is confirm password. So we didn't remember to change this to verify instead of submit. Verify. Yes, so I think we're done. Yeah, so we're done with the replication. But I said we're going to do one thing. We're going to add a modal that tells us, oh, um you have successfully created your account. I think that would be your assignment. Yes, I don't think I should do that here. That should be part of your assignment. Because based on the class that we've had, I think I showed you how to create a modal, right? So this is a modal here. So you want a modal that says something similar to this. Verification successful. You have successfully verified your account, you know, go back or whatever. Or do I create one? No, I think you should be able to complete this yourself. So one thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to deactivate the grid. Or do I, okay, let me leave it for those that, so you can actually deactivate the grid. So let me unselect this first. This one has been deactivated. So just close it here. And then let me select this back. So these are the screens. These are all the screens. Yeah. Our splash screen, our login screen, our sign up screen, our create profile screen, our got password screen. You know what? Let me create the modal. Yes. So it would also be a part of your assignment, but I'll still create it. So I'm not going to stress. I will just copy what we already have, since we already have a modal here that I created for the class. So I'll copy it and paste it here. Okay, let me move my modal here. Yes, so this is my modal. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change all the colors. You know, we're using different colors. So I'm changing the blue to this blue. Yeah, so I think those are the colors that I'm changing. And then this color, I'll change it to white. Yes, that color was supposed to be the background. Oh, let me leave it. It's supposed to be the stroke. Yeah, this stroke. So let's leave it. And let me select everything in here. Click on this, and then make sure they're all aligned to the center. So I want to make sure that everything is aligned to the center. So let's see. Let's maybe up a little. Yeah, I think this is okay. Yes. Okay, so this is the model that we're going to use. I already created mine. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that the radius is not too much, because for this particular design, our corner radius has not been too much. 2, so I'm making this 4. 4. So let's say verification. Um, let's just say anything. Let's just say anything. Let's just say successful. Yeah. Let's just say, okay, let's say verification successful. Let's place it in the middle. Let's say verification successful. Then you have successfully, like, once you click on this, you should see that verification successful. I don't think I've changed all the colors. This blue, this purple is not our color. Making it blue. Yes. So you have successfully verified excuse me. Okay, let's continue. You have successfully verified your account. You can now log in and continue with us. Yeah. So we don't need this button. We just need one, right? And then I think I constrain everything to the center. Yes. So I'm going to increase the length of this. Make it the same length as the text and put it in the center. So we don't need this. Then it would be log in. Um, and let me zoom out. So we don't need this. Instead, what we need is log in. So I'm also going to center this. Log into account. Yeah, so this is my model. I think I'm done. Yeah, so this is my model. So as a kind of would I call it a would I say a bonus? But we're going to actually also prototype this. Yes. So meaning that once you come here and then you click on preview, you'll be able to view this as if you were viewing a mobile device. So it's still loading the preview. Preview is still loading. But let me go to the prototype settings. Show prototype settings. I want to add a mobile device. I think I used what Android did I use? I used Android. Let me see. I used Android. What's it called? Let me check. Let me check the size. 375. That's Android. I think 13 mini. Yes. So we're going to let's go back to the prototype. Show prototype settings to give what I want to do is I want to give it a device so that it feels like it's actually a device, as if you're using a device. So you see, yes, this is exactly it. So we have this, then we have so sign in, create an account, create a profile, forgot password, OTP verification, posted password, verification successful. So we're going to prototype this. Let me move this here. We don't need this iconify again. So I'm moving this here. Then now I want to prototype this. So I want to say that I'm going to add a starting point. So this is my starting point. Let's say Hero Mobile. That's what we'll name it. Then I want to add an interaction that if I tap on this, but I don't want to tap on anything. Instead, so we have lots. We have on tap, on drag, while hovering, while pressing, mouse enter, mouse leave, touch down, touch up after delete. So these are triggers, like what will make your screen to move and change from this screen to a different screen. So we will say after delay. That is the delay is let's say let's say 8,000. Yeah, that's less than 1 second, right? It would move, it would navigate to, that is navigate, to the next screen, which is the login. So login. And you see the arrow moves. Yes, and automatically it reflects here. So now we also want to add another interaction to this. What this flow starting point is, where is the beginning of your, like, where does it start from? Where is the beginning of your prototype? So we also want to say that once we tap on sign in, okay, no, we're not going to prototype sign in yet. He said what we're going to prototype is forgot password and then create an account. So we want to say that once we tap on this, it will take us on tap, it will navigate to sign up, to navigate to sign up. Yes. And then once we click on forgot password, it would navigate to on tap. Once we tap on it, it would navigate to forgot password. This is why it's good to name your frames. And then once we click on this, already have an account login, it will navigate to on tap, login. Here. And we're doing it instantly. That instantly, the instant you click on them. Then let's come here. Once you click on submit, right? Once you click on submit, you'll navigate to the next page, which is OTP verification. Yeah, instantly. Like we have different ones, but we're using instantly, so it changes fast. So once you click on verify, you navigate to on tap, you navigate to the next one, which is the reset password. Sorry, not this. This is where the modal comes in. So once you click on verify, now this is something new. You open overlay. And then you open overlay to where? To modal. So this modal is the overlay. And you want it to be centered. And you want to close when clicking outside. And you want to give the overlay a background. I'll show you what open overlay means. So this is the background and it does this instantly. So we close that. And then once you, okay, I think we can have verification successful. So let's have, we can actually have two, you can actually have um, two icons, one for login, and then another one for reset password. Yeah. So make sure this is in the center. And then we want to increase the size of the button. So we have reset password. Let's see. This login is what? 10, Okay, so we'll move this constraint to the left. Also do this, move this constraint to the left. So now I want to make sure that the left side and the right side are equal. Yeah. Okay, I think 22 is a lot. Let's make it 16 instead. Yeah, for both of them. 16. And this one to 16. Yes. So we want to make this a secondary button. So meaning we'll copy this and add a stroke and replace the black stroke with this color, and remove the fill, and also change the text color to be this color. So yeah, so this is what we have. Now there, let's make it 12 across and then put them both in the center. Yes. So let's continue our prototyping. So I think we've done the open overlay. So once you click on reset password, let's go to prototyping. We add an interaction. So we won't close overlay. Instead, we would navigate to reset password. Let's see what happens. Yeah, instantly. And then once we click on login, we'll navigate to login. But once we click on this X, then we will navigate anywhere. Instead, we will just close the overlay. So now let me show you what we mean. So I'm going to now view this so you can see the prototype. So I'll click on this. Can you see it's changing? Then if I click on this, if I click on this, and I click on forgot password, and I click on submit, and I click on verify, can you see? This is what happens. Then I click outside, and I click on verify again. I click on reset password, click on submit. Yeah, so I think that's that. So let's say verify login. So that's that. So I guess you've seen how that works. I think the only thing I need to improve on is the modal. So I just saw that our text for everything is quite small and much smaller than what we have here, which is I think 12 pixels. So what we have here is 8. So let's change that. Let's make that 12. And then let's make this, well, let's make this 16. So it means we're going to work on the size for all of this. Then increase the width of this one. And so it doesn't look too small, because that was one thing I noticed when so I think the right size for a modal, for this modal would have been 327. So let me align this to the right. Or rather, constrain this to the right. So 327. Let me do that. 327. Then I would make sure that everything else is in the center. Okay. And then okay. So I also want to split these boxes. I'll move on to this side and then move another to this side. Then also look at the size of the text. Right. This one too is also small. No, not yeah. You also need to make it small, not the tiny button that's here. Okay. Then we'll increase the size. It's still 16 pixels. And then yeah, we'll do the same thing for this one. I want to make sure that it is exactly 7. And then okay, so we have this now. And let me bring it closer. Okay. Okay, so I'll just make this longer. Yes, so I'll go to the
Okay. So your assignment would be to replicate this screen and also add the model to it. Okay, so that would be your assignment. And once you're done, you do that in the Figma file that you created, and then you submit it to the Figma file via the Microsoft. Then once you share that, also confirm that I can actually view the file. Okay, so that so I think we're done with today's question. Almost exactly like it's exactly it. Okay, so before we end, does anyone have any questions? Any questions? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. All right. So have a have a wonderful weekend. I'm expecting your submissions until next week Wednesday. Yeah, by 6. Okay. So good night, Michael, Jeremiah, Sunday. Yeah,
Good night.
good night.